And we're live. Welcome everybody to another episode of Aetherseed Cycle of Stars, our D&D live play game using D&D 5th edition. Set in my homebrew world, and then modern era of industrialized might and magic, where you can buy cantrips in the pharmacy. Before we jump into things and go into what promises to be a very healthy and psychologically helpful family drama, quickly go around the room and folks can tell you who they are and who they are playing. Let's start with RaQui.
Hi, I am Kat. I am playing RaQui MriTtyur, the Aarakocra Bard / Warlock. Looking forward to bringing you some family drama. Let's go, Jade.
Hi, I'm Jade. I am playing Will Soul. I'm not being part of this family drama, so I'm happy about this. I am just hanging out on the farm instead. Next to you, Nate.
I'm Nate. I'm playing Errol Ramanesh, the Craggling Fighter, about to test his metal, I guess.
And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm playing Olo Proudburrow. Might have to prune a plant later.
Well, last time our party fought what can only be described as a mean green mother. In a farm, it was huge. One of them got eaten, but was later rescued using a very complicated set of bondage gear, that being hair. And we're left with a tiny little plant being that claims that their land was taken by the owner of the farm and is demanding mediation. So a couple of members of the group have remained at the farm to stay overnight with this plant individual and the owner of the farm, a minotaur named Dolo, to sit on that until the morning when they would all go back to the secret headquarters and deal with this. While on the other side, RaQui and Errol have gone to RaQui's mother's farm, a bee farm, and upon arriving and knocking on the door opens, and a figure identical in everything to RaQui's mother, except for the attire, very colorful, almost Sunday dress like attire, and a bright warm smile welcomes RaQui. But Errol, coming close, feels a wave of some form of aura that terrifies him to his core. And that's what we're gonna pick up. Right there. This door is opened. You see this figure that just looks at you for a moment and says, "Oh, RaQui," and just hugs you. And at the same time, Errol, you're coming up and this thing hits you, and like I said, it is a primordial fear. That is, you see just the letters "Nope" written out in the air.
Okay. I do not reciprocate that hug. I am just gonna stand there. So you must be my aunt.
Yes, I am. She steps away. Yes, I am. I'm here for a visit. I've wanted to meet you for so long. Your mom is inside. You want to come in?
Yeah, sure. I wanted to see my mum, so yeah, that was the plan.
He takes a step back and steps aside for you to come in. I will tell you, from your passive perception, I will tell you right away, Errol has not taken a single step since coming to the edge of the property.
So I'm gonna start to make my way in and then sort of turn around and be like,
I would say, is Errol trying to hide the just sheer terror that he's feeling?
don't think you could if you wanted to.
Make a deception check for me.
Have an advantage on deception check. So that's gonna work out well for me. But 14.
I would say, I mean, your passive insight beats that altogether. So that when you're looking back and you haven't even, let's say, looked closely enough to have to roll, you're just getting that first impression. He is trying, but he's terrified. And it is, yeah, it is sheer, pure panic and horror that he's feeling. Like you can see his hands trembling, and he's just like, what? He's, in part, even though he's trying to hide it, you can see the signs of, deer in the headlights. He's just frozen.
Say he's also like super tense. It's that kind of fight or flight reflex has kicked in, and he can't fight because that's your mother in his eyes, and he can't run because he's not going to leave you behind. So he's just frozen. There.
Okay. Let's try something. I'm gonna sort of okay. On second thoughts, sorry, Aunt, what's your name?
Well, actually, you already know her name. Your dad told her name was Lori.
Did he? Oh, I didn't write that
He
down.
did.
Okay. Sorry, Laurie, if you actually want to head first, and then I can show my friend where we're going.
Oh, of course. I'll be ready. I was making drinks and then heads in.
Errol, are you okay?
Wait. He's like, mm. There is a vibe. Mm-mm. I don't think we should go inside.
Can I
I don't think we
tell?
should go inside.
Can I tell whether or not Laurie going in away from Errol has any effects, or whether or not he's the same?
Let's have you make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Well, that's all right, actually. 22.
Just the suddenness of this, it kind of tells you he's been affected by something. It's not Errol just suddenly losing his mind, though that's always a possibility, but he's been clearly affected by some kind of effect. And where it's coming from, you don't for certain. You can perhaps guess that it's your aunt, but you don't know for certain, because he stopped pretty much at the edge of the property, but it doesn't seem to be going away.
Okay.
It was fine when you walked up here together. It just got here.
I'm just trying, so I can't tell whether or not it's a spell or where it's coming from.
You don't know if it's a spell or what spell it is. You do know that it's not natural.
Okay. I don't have anything I can keep. Oh no, hang on. Okay, I'm going to. I have no idea whether or not this is going to work, but we can try. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Errol. I think I have enough mana left to do it. Yes, I do. Right. So Errol, it won't. If it works because you're already frightened, or if that is what it is, it won't stop it. But if you do any saving throws against the effect, you now have advantage on them.
What I'll tell you with this.
Yep.
And it's effect. The way we're gonna do it for now, you're still gonna get the advantage if you get another roll at some point in the term. You get another roll. For now, what I'll say is this spell is acting like a buffer. You can move ahead, but everything you do while in this area is with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you are literally that that moment of facing your fears where you're just trembling. That is you going in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I cast that, and then I kind of look. And
You're
I'm
the
like,
kid entering into the haunted house. You're trembling.
Any better?
Not really, not really. Give me, okay. Come on, Errol. You've done well. What is happening? He's gonna just like try to center himself, and he'll out loud just start murmuring his kind of prayers, asking for strength because he wants to support his friend. That's what his faith is all about. And he will try to take the first step inside, and it'll be like, oh, I feel really not great, but this is fine. It's fine.
He is moving like an astronaut on the moon. Just slow, pondering steps.
Slow mo.
Yeah.
Back under
But he is moving.
the door frame.
I will say again,
Okay.
you, RaQui, not a thing. You don't feel
Yeah.
a single thing.
He's gonna whisper. I was fine until your mum opened the door. Aunt, it's your aunt. I heard you say that.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that she was going to be here. I don't know. I need to see my mum quick. Can you do this? Would you rather wait
Yeah.
outside?
No, I've got your back. I have your back.
Okay. In we go, and I'm gonna go slow so that Errol can keep up, but I'm heading to find my mother.
You come in and you go, and in the living room are the two sisters sitting. Your mom on a chair with a cup of tea. Facing her is your aunt with her own cup of tea. And it's a kind of side-by-side contrast of, your mom, again, very plain clothing, very plain colors as well. Usually more or less, like a black shirt and essentially some jeans, very casual. And your aunt, legs crossed, with this dress, drinking. And your mom looks at you and nods, and it's that very impassive, very almost cold demeanor she has. There is a bit of a smile, but like always, as you know, your mom is not very good at expressing her emotions. Very dry person, and says, "Welcome, RaQui. I'm happy to see you."
Hi, Mum. Good to see you too. Sorry for not calling ahead. I was just in the area. Thought I'd pop in. Didn't realise that you'd have company.
Yes. Make an insight check.
Oh, natural 20, 26.
Ooh.
She says yes, looks gives just like a side eye. It was a surprise for me as well. and you're seeing, and your mom's expressions are very muted, as we said.
Mhm.
She doesn't express very much. So you've kind of learned how to read her based on tiny details.
Yeah.
And what you're getting from her is A, this was a surprise for her. 2, she's not happy about it. And 3, something in her eyes telling you get out.
Okay.
I'm sure you're very busy, so I don't mind if you don't call. Just, as long as you send me a message or 2, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got something that I really wanted to quickly discuss with you. So I won't take up too much of your time. I appreciate that, you may want to spend some time with your sister. I was wondering though, Laurie, is it possible that I could get a moment alone?
Of course,
With my
of course.
mum?
Oh, I'm imposing. I'm sorry. And she looks at you, Errol. He goes, "Would you like something to drink?"
Oh God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sure. Do you? I'll take some water, please.
She walks up to you, and as she's walking back to you, you're just quivering. And she grabs your hand and begins to lead you out of the room towards the kitchen.
He doesn't do
As-
his level best to
Do
look
you let her
completely
take your
normal and follow
hand?
her. Yeah.
You take 5 points of necrotic damage as she just touches you.
I'm so wrecked already.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make this quick. So
And
this-
she as she's walking, she looks to you again, RaQui, and goes, "I'll leave you." And there's a pause and says, "2 alone." Also make an insight check. I'm gonna put the difficulty of this at 20. This is a
I
high
would like to second wind.
insight.
Oh no, this dice is doing really well today. Insight 18 plus 6, 24.
You look at her, and when she says "you," she doesn't look at you or your mom. She looks over your shoulder. Says
Oh,
2, and then walks out.
I would like the second wind if I'm going to sit down in this kitchen.
Okay.
It's just-
So I'm super conscious now that Errol, I really need to get out of this house. So what I was hoping to do before I realized that my aunt was there, obviously I researched in the library how to be able to talk to my mum's spirit. That's how I was able to talk to her the first time, by expelling mana. Can I do that and talk to both the spirit and her body at the same time? I can do, so I have the spell Speak with Dead.
Yep.
Or do it the other way like I did last time. Except not over egg it with the mana and punch through and speak to
With a god, yes.
somebody else. Yeah.
I would say you can combine them. You can
Okay.
You have the Speak with that effect because of your the module you were given, and I think you may have the spell.
I have the spell as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can use a spell. I will tell you. How much do you have enough mana to cast the spell?
So Speak with Dead 3rd level, which is 9. I've got enough to cast it. Yes. I have 30 mana left.
If you spend 20, I will allow you to do this effect.
Okay.
To do this.
Okay. 20 mana it is. So that's what I'm going for.
You know that this is temporary. You have not fixed the situation, but
Yeah.
in this connection of yours with death and using the spell Speak with That for this moment, you manage to once again link the spirit with the body.
Okay.
So your mother is inhabiting her body again.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
you see her for a moment, just take a breath. And it's a moment of disconnect. Like it's just a moment of the soul coming back in and getting like the download from the body of events and times, and your mother for a moment goes from shock to her expression doesn't change, but just begins crying and gives you a much like it was a surprise from you from your dad. It's perhaps even more when you get that warm, desperate parent hug from your mom, which just wraps you up and just says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So I hug her back. Mum, it's okay. Really, it's okay, but we don't have a lot of time. This isn't permanent.
You
I
have
brought
the questions from Speak with Dad. That is the most this will last.
Okay. How many is that?
While you think of the
5
questions, while you think of
Okay.
the questions,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go quickly to the kitchen. Errol, she lets go of your hand, and the sensation, it feels like corrosive. But it is, you don't see it expressed on your body. It's not like your hand is burned, but you feel it deeper somehow, like in your bones, you feel it. It's like every nerve ending in your hand is lit on fire. Says, what would you like, dear?
What's that? Please.
She pours and says, you know what? I am impressed. Most people wouldn't be able to take a single step if I didn't want them to.
She's like, okay. Okay. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. But I am glad that I suspected you knew that was happening. Yeah.
Very much, very much. I don't like uninvited guests, and this is a personal, private matter. And you see her eyes go blue for a moment. Goes, that's what's happening. Cast Dispel Magic on you. And you are left. You are left again in this terror situation without the protection RaQui had conferred upon you. That's much better. Why don't you stay here for a moment? Or you could leave. I think that would be better for you. And she begins to walk out of the kitchen. I'm going to allow you one last saving throw. You're going to be rolling this with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
The difficulty is not high. I mean, it is moderately high, but it's possible to succeed
with disadvantage. We'll save, yeah.
Yeah.
But your disadvantage.
I'm gonna guess it's like a 20 and a 1.
It was a 19 and a 4. So
shit.
7.
I'm gonna give you a choice, and this is your choice to make. And this is gonna happen, this is happening, let's say dramatically speaking, enough time for RaQui to ask some of her questions. But I'm gonna give you a choice. You are either going to bolt out of here to the first door or threshold. If you even have to jump out a window, you will. Or you are going to emit a blood-curdling scream and just fall to your knees in terror. Because you didn't just fail the roll. You failed the roll by 10.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The DC was 17.
I rolled a 4.
While you
What
in this
would
time, while
Errol
you
do?
think of what you want to do,
Errol's not gonna run. He promised RaQui. He has to keep his word. He's stupid.
okay. We'll get now to RaQui.
Graham.
What are your questions?
Okay, so my first question is, I need you to remember and tell me what happened when your soul separated. The most that you could remember away from your body was that you were waiting at a bus stop.
Yeah, so I was getting ready to meet your father. We were heading out. I had gotten everything ready. I was very happy to see him. But, not gonna get into that. And I had just had this argument with Lori. She always had this. Basically, we both like your dad, but your dad liked me. We had this blowout, and I just left and went off to meet him. I figured I'll fix things with Lori. Always, we're sisters, we're twins. We're not the first fight, not going to be the last fight. And then I got to the bus stop, and that's where everything stops. In terms of this.
Okay. So my second question, why don't you and Dad trust Lori?
This is in this moment her voice changes and it becomes more colder, and kind of you realize that these are the moments. This is bodies, memories, not soul. And it's because the connection isn't complete. It's kind of wavering on her emotional level, and she says, "After you were born, or after we got engaged and we got married, Lori became very much antagonistic, and made some threats, made some comments. It's one of the reasons we moved away and we decided to cut all ties altogether. We didn't want to expose you to any of that."
Okay. So my third question, how do I fix this? As in your body and soul, and your soul being attached to me.
I don't know. You would have to find who did it and get it from them, or find some form of, I don't know.
Okay. My fourth question, what were the threats that Lori made?
Jealous rants, she's going to ruin our lives. She's going to make us pay. At that point, I realized I didn't really know my sister, and whatever was in her head, I didn't want to know.
Okay. My final question. Can you think of anything else that you can tell me that will help me figure this out?
She grabs a paper and writes an address. This is, and gives you, writes some information. This is a storage locker in Carter's. I don't know if it's still open, where things, if it still works. I mean, I think it still does. I just haven't checked in a long time. These are things from my childhood and things from your grandparents. If Lori has, it's stuff about the family. Maybe it'll help.
Okay.
And at that point, the door opens, and Lori comes in, looks at both of you, and says, "That's enough of that." And the spell ends, and you feel the soul being ripped again from the body.
I'm just gonna put my hand sort of on my mum's knee before standing up. I'm just gonna look at Laurie and go, "That's fine. I was leaving anyway." And I'm going along towards Errol to grab Errol because
At that point, Errol,
On the floor.
does Errol emit the blood-curdling scream?
Yep. He's just on the floor.
At that point, you say, "I'm about to leave." You just hear Errol emit this just shriek from the kitchen, just as she's opening after she's opened the door and it locks again. Errol just loses it.
She's a scary lady, okay.
Sorry, did you say the door shuts?
It's kind of the door to the kitchen is kind of one of those like swinging doors. It just opens and
okay.
swings back.
Yeah,
It's just shut, it's not locked.
So I'm just gonna ignore my aunt and I'm going towards Errol and Errol's scream.
And she says, "It was lovely to meet you, RaQui."
I'm just gonna ignore her.
You dragged me out.
I'm gonna use the last bit of mana that I have. When I get to Errol, can I cast protection from good and evil again? Oh,
You
Errol.
can.
Just to help him get out.
What level spell is that?
It's a first level.
You begin to cast it, and she counters the spell.
Oh, for God's
Goes,
sake.
"I like him that way."
Go on without me.
I don't know how I'm gonna get him out.
I mean, if it's the option, if you are
I
going,
can leave, right?
so yeah, if you want to, if RaQui's telling
Okay.
you to leave,
Come
so
on,
you
Errol,
don't
we're
need
going.
more incentives to leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop RaQui, like run out with her. Like we're out.
Uh,
I'm gonna keep running until we get to the next schoolhouse.
I'll tell you,
It's gonna
RaQui,
run.
as you are leaving, you meet her gaze, because you're kind of being carried, looking back, and you
Mhm.
just see like a glow in her eyes, and I need you to make the wisdom saving throw.
oh God.
Oh, I was trying to protect you.
Da, da,
That's why I
da.
scooped you.
It's fine. Come on, dice, be nice. Oh, I got the natural 20. 23.
Nice.
I like this
Yeah.
dice. I like this dice tonight.
It's a good time.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
because you are more determined, or perhaps you're kind of pissed off.
She's getting daggers off me
yeah.
right now. I'm in
But
disgust
for
with
a
her.
moment, you feel that like she removes the protection, whatever she kind of put on you to not be affected, and you're hit with the brunt of whatever Errol is feeling, and you can push past it, but you can understand that almost primordial fear that is gripping him.
Okay.
Now I'm not crazy, at least to you.
And it
Yeah.
as you both leave and look back, it's almost like the house now has that aura of her over it.
Bold of you to assume Errol looks back. Just run. And will put you down when we are
I was going to
sufficiently
say,
far
at
away.
some point, I'm just going to be like, Errol, you can put me down now. Errol, put me down. Errol,
I'm actually
put me
gonna
down.
have you make another roll, Errol.
Oh,
Not
no.
with this,
Okay.
not with disadvantage, just straight roll, just to see if you can, get to the point of regaining yourself.
Okay.
Or if it's a thing where you go, no,
This time. Let's roll this one. 16.
I would say after a while the DC is lower, but yes, after a while you do regain yourself, but it's instead of like just lifting yourself up from a pit. Very few things in your life, Errol, have made you feel this sheer terror.
It gently sets RaQui down,
Thank you.
and then it's just gonna be like, okay, that was my bad. Did you get what you went in there for? Or did I ruin everything?
You didn't ruin anything. I am so sorry. I didn't know. So that's my aunt.
Like looking at his hand now
Yeah,
that he can.
I think. Yeah, I got what I need, I think.
We need to go back for your mum though, right? Because she's in massive danger right now. I don't know what that is, but your aunt is not. Well, whatever she is, that's not nice.
Do I Kevin, did I notice that my mum's spirit reattaches itself back to me
Yes.
after she okay.
Yes. But the way it would have happened normally even after the spell ended.
Yeah.
But with your past events, that you know that Lori wasn't aware of that and literally just ripped it out and seized that connection on her own forcefully. Most importantly, she did not cast a spell. She did it out of sheer will.
God. She sounds like a right delight. I Errol.
Okay, I'm okay now. That was
No,
fine.
it's. I'm glad you
Are you
came.
okay? Are you okay?
It sounds odd, and I imagine you probably have a lot of questions. But
Give a few.
for the time being, I know it sounds weird, but my mum's not there. Just trust me. And when we have some time, you can ask your questions, that's fine. But I don't think it's sensible right now for either of us to go back there. At least not yet.
I trust you if you're saying your mum is gonna be okay. Are you okay?
I'm pissed. Yeah. I'll be okay. I've got some shit to sort and I'm not happy, but I'll be okay.
She didn't she didn't try to hide that was her, in case that wasn't already clear. But I mean, right from the get-go, I didn't say anything to her in the kitchen, and she was right. And also, ow, her hands hurt. It's like,
I've never met her until until we came to Cartis, I didn't even know that she existed. I can see now why. My parents never told me about her. I am so sorry. Let's get somewhere that we can rest so that, you know, we can sort your hand out and, you know,
I'm
recharge,
okay.
regroup. We need to regroup with the others anyway and head back to the Seekers Guild and finish this job. And then, you know, we can go from there.
Yeah,
But Errol, I'm so sorry.
Speaking of
you
the
don't
others,
you don't have to apologize to me. If you haven't noticed, you got your back. It's the same way I have everybody's back in there. I'm gonna do my best to not let anybody down again. And beyond that, friends are family. That's what family is supposed to do for each other. So, I mean, welcome to the wider dysfunctional family that I bring to the table. So, although I'm going to say you didn't need to take the trophy from me because that puts you at the top. You're on straight to the top on dysfunctional family list.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Errol.
Are you sorry for I have to work on that mental fortitude thing because that could be worse than me just being frightened.
Yeah. Maybe for now we can just, you know, until I've figured some stuff out. I don't want to put the other guys in danger.
Yeah, okay. If there's anything that I can do to help with I'm gonna assume that the next word should be research. Let me know, but the library's not my forte.
Believe it or
I
not,
mean, I can read.
believe it or not, I don't think the library is where I'm headed next. But yeah, if I need any help, I'll ask. Thank you.
Yeah. Or you just want someone to stand between you and a scary thing. I can mostly do that. Mostly. Mhm.
Maybe without screaming next time.
I like I not my not my best moment. We don't talk about the screen.
It's between us.
If anything, only because it will give her the satisfaction. And I don't like your aunt, okay? I think that's clear. Let's
Yeah,
regroup.
you and me both. You and me both.
Like big old hand on her shoulder and like squeeze. To get
Snap her
like
neck.
down there. Like whoops, bird bones. They're hollow.
And you walk back to the other, drive back to the other house, the other farm.
Yeah.
Speaking of the other farm, after the exchange between the little plant and the owner of each other telling each other off, you were, told where you could stay for the night. There are several guest rooms. You notice that the house, for the most part, beyond this lone farmer, the house is far bigger in terms of rooms and almost like the house was meant for a big family. but the only person living here is the farmer. How do you all stay? Do you both stay in the same room? You each take a room. The rooms are for like 2 people at a time. But it's up to you. There's about 4 guest rooms.
I think we probably share just for safety.
Do you keep the little plant guy or leave him downstairs like the kitchen?
It's probably best to keep him with us just in case.
For the entire time that you're sitting there in that room, the farmer says that you can use the if you need a drink, there's things to drink. If you need snacks, my house is at your disposal. And the little guy, for the moment you enter the room and kind of settle down, he goes, "This is bullshit."
What is?
I'm gonna be taken there, and you're gonna likely kill me because, of course, I'm the little plant. I'm the little monster. Yeah, I'm gonna get fucked.
Okay. I mean, no, we're not going to kill you, but okay.
I mean, you all spent, what, 10 minutes beating the shit out of me?
I'm pretty sure you attacked us first.
Hey, I just saw a birdie drop some meat. I was going for the meat.
No, you kind of initiated and was like, "I'm coming for you, little birdie."
She had tasty on her. She looked tasty. And I was a growing boy, so I had to eat.
It's not how you make friends, though.
I wasn't looking for friends. I was looking for a meal.
Yeah, and you don't just eat everything that appears near your mouth.
No, that doesn't make sense. But you don't eat? Weird.
Yes. This is going to be a long night.
It is going to be a long night. Because this little guy doesn't seem to get tired or want to sleep, and he won't shut up.
Put like a cloth over the top.
Goes from "this is bullshit."
It's nighttime. You sleep.
Yeah. Thieves, murderers, a lot of you. Not the first time someone takes my land.
We're gonna sort it out. Get some sleep.
What's that?
What I'm trying to do.
After a while, Errol and RaQui, you both return to this farm. Presumably you knock on the door and a minotaur in a gigantic pajama, with a little cap and everything, opens the door and says, "Oh, I thought you were staying at your parents' place. Never mind. Come on in. Your friends are in other rooms."
You should we should take the other room, right?
There are several rooms. Feel free to take any you want. When you're heading up to the different rooms, you can clearly hear the little plant thing just telling them off, no, nonstop.
Errol doesn't even like pretend that he's gonna go in. He's like, I have their backs, but not for that. It's a
Mm-mm.
different room.
Yeah, no, off. Just, I can't hear anything. It's
You
fine.
want your own? You want your own space, or you want a bunkmate for the for the evening?
Yeah, whatever. I'm easy, Errol, and I'm just like gonna crash in
Nope.
a room somewhere.
With all of you resting for the night, and I think with things about to get interesting, I think it's a good place for us to take our break. I'll be back in 10 minutes with the rest of our story. See you all in the... And we're back. Does anyone do anything over the course of the night? I'm gonna give you the straight up. The little guy doesn't shut up.
Hold on. What do I have in my inventory?
Chef's knives, ladles. We've established that your chef's tools, that's just ladles.
Ladles and and spatulas.
Ladles and spatulas, ladles and spatulas, yes.
Don't forget the handy spatula.
Yeah.
I don't have any earplugs. That's a shame. I don't have a little thing. Oh, fuck it. You know what?
Purchase earplugs.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap my hair around so I can't hear anything.
I mean, you already pretty much do that because you have way too much hair.
Yeah. It's probably drowns him out, so I could probably sleep. It's fine.
Well, the night passes. I'm gonna have for the two of you staying with the little fucker.
Yeah, I don't trust Olo not to kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you both make a con save for me. The DC is 10, and it's just to see if you, with everything, you can still manage to get enough rest to, have a good rest.
Oh no!
Yeah, I just seen what Will rolled.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
you.
What you roll, Will?
1.
You wake up exhausted. You have not regained any mana, nor health.
Oh shit!
I got 21.
That's to you.
21. Yeah, you have slept
I'm used
with
to Will nattering.
Yeah, you have slept with noise. You have slept with silence. This is whatever. This is not an issue for you. You just go to bed, and it just becomes part of the soundtrack of the evening.
Hold on. Let me find some makeup. Let me put some dark circles on my eyes.
Your white noise was Will going, "Shut up! I hate you."
Just fucking shut it. Seriously, you little shit. Stop it.
We feel great. We're all rested.
Yeah, you all wake up refreshed. You're having had a good full rest, like full health. You recover your mana as well, and I'm guessing you'll meet up back in Will and Olo's room where this little shit is still talking. And they go, so we're gonna go. If not, I'm kind of hungry.
Will doesn't say anything. There's just like a mass of hair. And like it's like, Will, we're going now. She'd be like, no answer, because she's trying to sleep still. And she's like, no, I'm not fucking waking up yet.
I thought you were gonna get up and just shake the jar
Mm-mm.
like a tail maker.
Well, you guys come into the room and you see Will still trying somehow to sleep. Olo, you're awake, and Errol and RaQui as well. And this thing's going, so we're leaving, or are you gonna feed me? I mean,
think
you can do
we're
both. I
leaving.
don't mind.
We're leaving, right, guys? Will,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
alive.
Oh, that was a nice sleep. Let's go.
By the way, Errol, Dolo,
what did you do to
the
Will?
farmer gave you a module.
You did, yeah. So
Have
I could
you
have looked at
checked
that.
it?
I could have a look at it over the course of the hour before he calms down enough to fall asleep.
Yeah, the module is called Beast of Burden.
Oh, you write this
It
down.
Talking about your mum.
it costs 15 FP to activate, and what it does is when you're grappling someone, normally when you grapple someone and you try to move them, you can only move at half speed. With this module, you can move at your full speed. In addition, if you are dragging or pushing beyond your weight limit, you move at half your speed instead of 5 feet only.
On your carry capacity. Move at half speed.
Yep.
Okay, noted. Okay, that's pretty cool.
If it's within your carry capacity, move at full speed. The farmer in question, though, the Minotaur comes up to your rooms and knocks and says, "I am ready to follow you to the city whenever you are ready, and get this sorted." Anything to be done to be rid of this menace. And you hear from the room, "Well, fuck you."
So I was like, history, right?
Actually, the only people who notice that there is the people who notice that there was something in the way they were referring to another kind of familiarity are Will and Olo. Errol and RaQui, you were already gone by then.
Let's get this sorted out for everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
let's go.
Will, are you alive?
Okay, I'm up.
Right.
There's no need to shout.
Sleep in the car, maybe.
She'll grab the jar and shove it in Errol's hands
Ow.
and just
As you're going outside, the farmer will tell you, do we really need to do this, or can you finish your task and just kill the little monster?
Unfortunately, we've got rules to follow.
He gets on his car and just waits for you to, take lead.
Do I notice what kind of vehicle he has? I.e., is it one that is just driven, or?
Let's have you make a history check.
Yeah.
Or you could ask.
I mean, I'll just ask him before he gets in the car. Just be like, "Oh, can you fly? Are we driving?"
Yes,
What
I
would you
can. It's not
prefer?
my first time going into the city.
Super.
You drive away, and again, to get there, it's gonna be like half an hour to an hour drive. especially with someone following you, making sure that you're, you don't leave them behind. And it's about an hour of, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Can I get a bite? Can I get something to eat?
I hand the jar back to Olo. Olo's like, oh, I understand. Just passes it back to Olo. He has to sit in the car like this already, so.
This is an injustice, I tell you. This is an injustice. I'm going to call my lawyer. I mean,
Go on then.
I don't have eyes, so I never read his number, but I can call him somehow.
Olo's like, sure. Go for it. Cool. Shout real loud.
It doesn't work that way. I need some space. There's a whole song and dance about it.
No, you're not calling your lawyer in this car.
I'm just afraid of my lawyer's going to show up.
I'm just afraid of all lawyers.
That's a sensible attitude.
Can we drive any faster, please?
Will's like,
Will, it's called a speed limit.
Eventually, painfully, you get back to the Seekers Guild in your borough and come in with the whole entourage, and the receptionist of the guild Sother looks up and you says, welcome. I'll be honest, I didn't think you would come with quite so many people. I'm gonna guess something is going on. And then she checks and says, oh right, I think I did tell you to bring them in, right? All right.
Yeah.
And by the time she hears, this is bullshit. Oh boy. Take them to and she pushes a button and arrows appear on the ground. Says, follow the arrows.
follow the arrows.
They take you to essentially almost like a boardroom. There's a large table with seats on either side. Sother appears and beside her is Sticker, the guild leader. It's like, so, brief
Please
me.
tell me there is coffee.
There's always coffee.
Good. We'll just head straight for the coffee. And has it black? And just drink
No, I don't
some.
have the jar. I gave it to Olo. I was gonna say I put the jar on the table. Olo has
I
it.
take the jar and I look for the biggest patch of shadow in the room and I pull it there.
I need sunlight. This is torture. He says, okay, brief me. Chicker says, looking visibly like she just doesn't want to deal with this, but he's going to have to. Okay, what's going on?
Errol looks at RaQui. She's our head of our group. She's the
Yep.
highest ranking member here.
Just gonna look back. So we took this job and headed over. So the gentleman here, introduce him, was the one that put the job in to rid himself of a creature that was wreaking havoc on his farm. Upon going out there, we discovered this thing, plant,
What's your name?
person, whatever it is.
You asked the thing's name?
Yeah,
My name's Bigglesby.
Bigglesby. There you go.
So Bigglesby has also put a claim into the farmland, claiming that he was there first. So we rang back for some advice. We were advised to bring them in so that it could be settled legally through mediation. However, so we have returned with both of them to allow them to go through that process.
Right. Oh. Yes, Mr. Dolo, do you have a solicitor, a lawyer with you? Yes, I'll call him. And he turns.
Bigglesby.
Bigglesby, do you have a representative? I can. Just need to be someone let me out of this damn jar. Is someone gonna let me out of the jar so I can do the whole sing and dance to get my lawyer here?
Fine.
Errol's got one hand on the hammer again.
I'm just gonna
Ah,
let him
don't
out.
know.
I'm gonna put him on the table and be like, there.
Bigglesby,
Dance, monkey, dance.
yeah.
That's rude.
He stops, turns towards you, walks up to your foot, and bites it, and then goes back again. You take 1 point of piercing damage. It just says that's racist. And plantist. And monkeyist. Kind of bitchy.
All of those things fall under racist.
I wonder why I would be bitchy this morning.
I don't know. I'm the one being kicked out of my land, not you. It goes like it begins to like spin in place and go la 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 la, lawyer, please come. And as he moves like a little spiral, and you see that he's leaving like a glow on the ground. And when he's done, he moves away, and the thing opens, and out comes a barbed devil.
Jesus.
In full business suit, and goes, well, hello.
Awesome. We can go now, right?
I am Bigglesmere.
Bigglesmere.
Yeah, Bigglesmere. I am Bigglesby's representative.
Mm-hmm.
What seems to be the problem? And pretty much everybody gets seated. Dolo's lawyer, Richard, appears, and it's like this kind of ratty, literally kind of like a were-rat guy in a ill-fitting suit, coming. Hello, I am Will Wally.
Will Wally.
Will Wally. What seems to be the problem? And the thing kind of goes on, and you're brought in for testimony. I'm going to ask you a question, and this will have, I will tell you straight away, no bad repercussions on you. But are you being honest about just the facts as they're being asked? Or do you essentially shit on one or the other?
100% facts.
Pure honest.
RaQui's used to giving testimony, so absolutely just pure facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Errol's on the same line as RaQui. Like, law is the law.
Exactly.
It's
I'm
true.
not gonna shit on the little bastard, even though he kept me up all night.
Commendable. Eventually, it comes down to a simple fact that Dole says, look, whatever discussion on the nature of this thing and whatever rights he might claim to have, I have all the paperwork for my farm. This thing doesn't. It's my farm, not theirs. There's actually my client, Bigglesby, does have paperwork. Bigglesby, do you have the paperwork I gave you for the farm? Paperwork? What's that? The legal documents that I provided for you in a, appropriate casing for you to be able to carry around. I know I ate that. I'm going to go a moment, and he just in the air, like it draws like an infernal rune, and pretty much literally picks up Bigglesby, slams him against the rune, and it shows like a full X-ray vision of Bigglesby, and says, and it's fully dissolved. Wonderful. So, Bigglesby, I am afraid to tell you, as your representative, that you are what we in the business called fucked. That'll be 10 years on your soul for my services. And good day to you all. And he goes back to that little portal that summoned him and whoosh, goes back down. And Bigglesby is like, well, shit. As well, the matter then, Ms. Dolo, you can return to your the farm is yours. It's your decision whether you wish to keep Mr. Bigglesby around. Hell no, just no, and walks away and leaves with Willy Wally. He goes, well, that's another case sorted. I'll pass you my invoice, Mr. Dolo. Good day to you all, Seekers. Always a pleasure dealing with you. Goodbye, and leaves again. And you're left in a room with Bigglesby, like, well, shit. And as Tigger goes, well, Mr. Bigglesby, we're not in the habit of kicking someone out on the streets if they have nothing. Is there something we could offer to you? Perhaps we have several, if you would like to perhaps apply for the guild, we could, I'm sure we can find some way in which you could contribute and it would come with some form of housing. Says, I mean, I could do that. I could be a big hero. And then turns towards Will, says, I want to go with her. I think there's a connection there. I think it's worth exploring. I'm sure we can accommodate that. And as Will turns to look at them, he goes, but I think first we're gonna assess, your skills and perhaps take you out some training, and eventually you may be able to find yourself partnering with these fine individuals once more. Would that be work for you? And looks at all of you. Would that work for you?
Apple just looks at Ricky like, I don't know what happened in the interim, but
I mean, he tried to eat me.
he did eat me.
That's a nibble between friends.
Consent.
You called me little birdie.
I mean, I was fairly big and you were little and you're a birdie, so little birdie applies.
You have just gone on a massive spiel about people being racist and you called me little birdie.
I can get away with it. I'm a plant and I don't have eyes. So I'm making guesswork. I don't know if you're actually a birdie. I just heard flapping and guessed.
Go through assessment. Do your training. Apologize. And I'll consider.
Apologize for exactly what? Just so I know.
For trying to eat me and calling me little birdie.
And for keeping me up all night.
For actually eating me.
For just existing.
Errol snorts.
3 out of 4. Oh, well, 2 out of 4. The whole sleeping thing nonsense, but
He doesn't understand.
fine. Let's go. And Souther kind of picks him up in a way, kind of like a teddy bear, but also arms stretched in front of her, so he's as far away from her body as possible, and takes him away.
Errol, as she picks him up, is just like, there's a second it can bite from a distance too. Just be aware.
And you says, okay. And like 30 seconds on the line says, I got it. And congratulations, Bigglesby has joined the Seekers Guild.
We've recruited new member.
Timothy would be so proud.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You get bonus money for recruitment.
If they last, if they stay for 6 months, then you get a bonus.
I will give you a choice. You can either get a kind of like recruitment bonus, just a bit of money for all of you, or it can be added as extra points, so to speak, on your way up the ranks. It's up to
I'm
you.
taking the money.
Points.
I'll take the points.
Points.
And Will, money.
Money.
I'm taking the money.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind for my extra account. So, the money that has all been wired to the guild was 5,000 Cardis credits, which is going to be about 1250 for each. Except Will, who's going to get a full 2K.
5.
Appreciate that.
We'll get extra.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that Will goes just to crash somewhere.
Yeah, I want to see if there are any cookies around.
Not this moment.
That's fine. I go crash. Good night. Farewell.
Farewell.
What's going on with the rest of you? For those of you who chose the extra points, and not RaQui, but Olo and Errol, you see that parts of the stone ring on your glove is starting to break up. Almost like cracks appearing on the stone.
Okay.
You can see something kind of shining under the stone. So, with
I
that
noted it in our chat.
With that said, Will is going to crash for a few hours, unless Bigglesby is given the next room over.
Hello,
And
roommate.
I swear to God, Gavin, if you make him in the next room, I'm flipping everything.
Bigglesby just singing off key, "My Darling Clementine."
Oh my God. I fed him a couple of strips of meat.
What is going on with the rest of you? Errol, you have some things that you want to take care of. And
Several things.
Okay. Well, the rest of the day is yours unless you wish to go and pick up a new task from the board. In terms of things that were happening, in fact, you do see that the big donation, like charity drive thing, gala for the Proudburrow Foundation is in a couple of days. So that is happening soon. Anything else you wish to do, please, I leave it to you.
I've two things, but I think they can be discussed outside of session. Because the first thing is, Errol would like to speak with Corin, because all that he's been able to do is text him good nights and things, because he's been busy running around after plant creatures. So he needs to check in with his husband, which we can do outside of the session. And the second thing is, if anybody wants to go with, he is going to try to sort out housing, because I think we were only given a week or something here.
Yeah, more or
And
less.
we must be nearing that. So he's like, yeah, we need somewhere to live in the next few days. So he's going to work on that, I think, today. Look at some houses and see what everybody wants to do.
We can resolve that fairly easily with what you want to do. Just make the choice. You all want to kind of bunk again, essentially, share a place, or just get places nearby to one another, or every man for himself, in terms of where you go to. You have different, again, and also you have different options. You have, do you want to get a place close by to this Seekers Guild, or look for better prices across all of Cardis?
So in terms of RaQui is basically waiting to see what the other three want to do. So if they want to go together, then RaQui will go with. If they choose to go separately, then I already have my own place, so.
Okay.
Last time that we talked about it, Errol mentioned he thought it would be better if we stuck together, but everybody kind of didn't have an opinion, so he shelved it for the day.
Only's of the opinion we should either have our own place, a place altogether, or all be right near each other.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
There are possibilities of like renting multiple flats in the same building or something, or in buildings across the same area. That's possible too.
I'm also pro if we got one place staying close enough by to the Seekers Guild house that we can resource share if needed quickly.
Yeah, this is just a base of operations, not a home. So
pretty much, yeah.
Let's keep the travel into work down to the minimum.
Which will just mean that expense is higher, but if we all stay together, then expense comes back down again. So
once we're out of the session, I'll give you a list of prices. And in terms of the game, for people watching, what this means is every so often, I'm going to deduct the money from all of you from living expenses. As in the past, they were not a thing, because you were mooching off the shit out of the Seekers Guild, or it was already pretty much accounted for in your standards of living. Now living quality will be a thing, and I will offer you different ranges of prices in terms of how let's say the class.
Give me a camper van.
With that in mind, Kevin, obviously I paid the money to get my apartment back up to scratch when I went back to visit it. Can you also include the rental value that I'll get for renting it out to offset my living expenses?
I mean, you do have an apartment at a prime location.
Exactly. If I can make some money off of it, why not?
Well, yeah, 100%.
That is fairly true. Okay. With that said, then we'll handle that out of the game in terms of choosing. And if you guys want to deal with that right now, we can say, would you like to say the rest of this day is spent on that search, and you will kind of reconvene the next day? And this also deals with Will crashing and waking up, joining you in the hunt for an apartment, and you'll be moving the next few. You're just putting the money down, but you're given a few days where you actually be able to move in.
Yeah.
In addition, I'm also going to go Weaver module shopping.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
I also need to do
and
that.
yep, so picking up some new modules, and I'm also going to fire an email to my dad that essentially says, met Aunt Laurie, you were right, I'm okay, I'll come visit you soon to explain.
No, she evil as fuck.
And I also want to check that Errol's hand is okay.
Oh.
Okay. I'm actually gonna throw you something at you, Errol. You healed up maximum after your long rest, right?
I haven't actually hit the button for long rest
Okay,
because we
I will
didn't
say
get there in.
heal up to -6. Like those 6 are not healed.
No. Okay, -6. Done.
And I will tell you, Errol, is that even now, after hours have gone by, a full day has gone by, there is still a almost like a not a burning sensation, almost like every so often like a stabbing pain around, like this, like your fingers were kind of where she grabbed. There's still an odd sensation there, painful, not horribly painful, but there is a certain discomfort.
I'm so sorry.
Then if RaQui comes to see Errol, he's gonna mention it. Just be like, I need to get this looked at. Probably gonna find a cleric.
Is it the sort of thing he could go to the hospital for, I'm guessing?
I mean, hospitals in this world deal with so many things, both physical, metaphysical. So, the lines blur a lot into what doctors and clerics do in many ways. So you could find, go to a hospital and have a full checkup to see if something is picked up.
So I'm just gonna be like, look, Errol, if I need to contact my guys at the hospital again, just let me know and we'll arrange it.
I don't know if it's that. I feel right. I feel all right, and then sometimes it just it's like being touched by evil and it's gross. So I thought maybe Will could look at it when she's, awake. She's
Okay.
she's
Well,
cleric. Maybe she can help.
if you need to, the offer's there.
I appreciate that, and if it keeps doing it, I would like to not be touched by evil.
For the record, there is no, I will tell you right away, no one has a frame of reference to what the hell he means by touched by evil. That is, I mean, you can be touched by fire, you can be burned, there's acid. Touched by evil, not a thing.
This was touched by a person that was evil, and now my hand is
that's a frame of reference that only exists in Errol's mind.
I'm just gonna shoot Errol a very much like there's other people that could hear. Can you like?
No, he was only speaking to you as we were talking together. He would have been openly being like, my hand.
Yeah, you never
Even
know
necrotic damage is. There are so many sources of necrotic that the necrotic is more decay in a way, like corruption, and still, not even.
It's not nice.
Oh, You're all next day. Everyone awake. You check on the hand. To tell you, hasn't gone away. You did not heal those 6 points. So it's up to you how you wish to handle it. Will is available, of course, now, unless Will doesn't want to be available.
I'd cut it off with a chainsaw.
That is possible too.
He's gonna knock on Will's door, to like catch her and just be like, "Hey, so I don't know if something happened the other day, and my hand has felt really weird since it took damage, and it kind of hasn't gone away, and I don't feel like it's healing like it normally would. Could you take a look at it, please?"
Yeah, sure. I can do
Hold
that.
out his giant hand.
Okay. Let me just.
You've seen Will do big life pulses and things before.
That was Huggy Willow. This is Punchy Willow.
They're all so confused. All the magic keeps changing. He's only just learned how to do it. Wait, you can change it? Oh, don't told me that.
What do you want to do, Will?
I am just preparing my spells for the day. 1 second, because I'm guessing it might be a curse, not a disease or a poison. But
all I can tell you is that it felt kind of evil. Girls reference. I don't know, it felt bad.
You want to perhaps, I would say, make an insight roll.
Me or Will?
No, Will, the person with the actual spiritual training to maybe assess this thing.
17.
17. Just looking, his hand doesn't seem to have any external damage.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can guess is possibly a curse, possible some part of him has been damaged in a way. So you're thinking either, in terms of spells, either a lesser restoration or remove curse could potentially help.
Yeah.
Either or.
So I was gonna take remove curse anyway. I was just seeing if there was a detect. Oh wait, hold on. Is that something I actually already have? Let me just check. No, there isn't a detect curse sort of. So what we'll probably do first of all is she'll do like a detect poison and disease first of all.
No poison, no disease.
Yep. So then when she does that, she's like, right, okay, it's probably like a curse or something like that. And then she will cast remove curse.
With the remove curse, the sensation stops. And that will heal naturally afterwards.
I'd feel better.
Feel better?
Yeah, thank you. What did you do? Just for my own reference.
What the removal spell?
Well, I look, I'm still learning magic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Treat me like a 5-year-old and
okay.
Explain the magic that you used, please.
Sorry. So I'm able to remove curses if there are curses upon people. Sometimes if there's like poisons or diseases, I'm able to remove those as well. I have to just kind of do a little prayer to my god to ask for these spells, which I kind of do every night before I go to bed, so that when I wake up, I have those spells ready. So that I'm
So I was
prepared
lucky.
just in case. Yeah. It's not very often, but because of the plant, I kind of figured, because I wasn't sure what sort of things, so I was like curses and diseases, which is why I kind of prepared those spells anyway.
Thank you.
That's fine. But there's lots of different things that I can do. So, I can purify water if I wanted to. I can't make it into wine. I'm not that kind of cleric. But,
Helpful to me anyway.
A drunken man passed by. I'm not kind of cleric.
That's,
there you go.
you want it? I got you.
But there are things that we can kind of do.
Yeah, well, I knew clerics can do certain things. That's why I came to you. I just it's not the first time cleric had to cleanse me.
I'm going to pull the curtain a bit on this and tell you. You had two ways to go about this. With the cleric, you would get an immediate solution, but not the answer on what exactly happened. With the hospital, you would have gotten what is going on, but potentially not a immediate fix. You have gone for the immediate fix, but you will not have the information of what exactly happened.
Yeah. Errol was just like, I have experience with clerics. I'm gonna ask cleric to help, and then if they can't, I go to the hospital. Thank you, Will.
That's fine. I can do, I can also, if I wanted to, if I was feeling really mean, I could bestow curses upon people as well. Oh, and banish them.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna go before I say something that upsets you. Then,
Yeah.
are you feeling better this morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Much better. I had sleep, which is something I didn't realize I actually needed until yesterday.
All right. Well, all right. I can do a coffee run if you want to stay here.
No, I'll go grab coffee. I know the good places.
All right. Off to do a coffee run in the morning. I'm assuming Errol phoned Corian the night before, so
We can handle that now if you want to.
I want to take away from anything anybody else wants to do.
If anyone else has something you want to do, speak now for hold your peace.
I want to know if there has been any update or messages regarding my mother, please.
I did tell you that this would take a few sessions.
I know, but I thought this was the third. Was it 3 sessions?
3 sessions, yes.
3 sessions, yeah, not days, sessions.
Yes.
Is this not the third?
This is one.
This is the second one.
Yeah. So at the end of the next one,
okay,
you will find out from Clara. So keep waiting.
Okay. I'll message my dad then and be like, still nothing. I'm trying though. Just keep you in the loop. I love you. Stay safe.
Yes, I am, and everyone else is safe. Please let me know when you know anything.
Will do. You'll be the first.
You get a message from your brother. Says, heard from dad. Need anything, let me know.
Yeah. don't need anything yet, but keep your eyes and ears out. I'll keep you updated.
I am going to offer you another turning point.
Oh no.
Oh.
Right now, you have told your brother that, if he is needed, you will tell him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm offering you a turning point.
Mm-hmm.
When you do require his help,
Mm-hmm.
your brother, because of his past choices, has a certain side of his life that he's kind of cut off, but he still has access to if needed, which is the incredibly shady side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
The turning point that I'm put before you is to help you and to help your mom. Will he tap into that area?
No, because I won't tell him.
Okay.
No, because that's what you do with family when they have shady past. You're like, yeah, I'll keep you updated. If I need anything, I will let you know, and then not ask them. And then when they come back to you, like, you were meant to tell me. And then it's like, yeah, but I could handle it myself when they haven't actually handled it. And then there's a bit of like a thing, and it's like, seriously, and then it's all fine again. But yeah, like, no, I'm
Very
not
well.
telling him.
Very well. I had to ask the question.
I know. But no, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna say, yeah, of course I'll tell you. Everything is fine. All is good. Until shit hits the fan, and then it'd be like, yeah, sorry.
Key, I'm gonna guess you're gonna do the whole storage thing later.
Yes.
Then Errol, you make the call.
So the night before.
Yep.
But yeah.
Make the call the night before, and Corin answers. Hello.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, Errol. Sorry. Just come in. How's everything? Are you still destination unknown?
I'm in Cartus.
Okay.
I asked about leaves of absence. Technically, I'm in a probationary period, and I'm not supposed to leave, but I'm in Cartus, so I guess I was calling to say, is there a chance you can come down? It's been a long time, and I miss you. And I did try to leave, to be fair, but I got collared, and kind of feels like if I get collared and kicked out, it's a waste of being away all this time already when I'm real close.
There's a pause, and I'll allow you to make a persuasion check.
Let's make a persuasion. Error. 25, natural 20.
There's a pause.
He has never wanted things more.
There's a pause, and he's. Let me see what I can do. There is.
Sure.
We're in the middle of a key situation with the project we're working on, but yes, it's been too long. I'll shift things around, and I'll tell you the next few days, and I'll come over to you.
Hey. Thank you. I miss you. And how has everything been?
Much going on, really.
I missed the beginning of that. Sorry.
I was just busy, just lots going on. Just working, not much else going on really. Just tired. I don't know if I mentioned this. I kind of I haven't been staying at the house. I'm going back to another
you said.
place. It's just too big for me, and just don't like being alone there. Plus, there was the thing where someone broke into our house and tried shooting, and not really being on my own there doesn't feel that safe. But yeah, no, not much going on. I'm getting used to not having you around, and I don't like that.
Hey, okay. Well, I'm glad you said you didn't like that. I'm not used to you not being here.
So I do want to say, when I come around, it's just going to be you and me. No other bullshit, no work, no serial killers, no one else. I want to spend a few days with my fucking husband, nothing else.
I mean, that's the plan. If you give, I need to make sure that the others know when you're coming, and then I really shouldn't say it, but like, if they're not going to let me take the time off, then the others will cover for me.
Let me know. I'll give you a call when I know the dates, and we'll go from there. I am beat. I've worked for about 26 hours. I need to sleep. So I'll talk to you later, Errol. Love you. I'm out.
Love you too. Sleep well, okay? And hey, remember to, take a break.
Sure. At some point. And hangs up. And that's your call.
Errol's quietly pleased, slightly panicking because shit's always happening at the wrong times.
Whatever you mean.
He's gonna set he's going to, because that was the evening, so the next morning after he speaks to Will, didn't he get the paperwork for requesting leave?
Yeah, you just told you you need to give some notice. That's it. Not just, hey, I'm gonna pop out and travel to another country right away. See you all in 5 days. No.
Okay, so he instead so he's like, cool, I just have to give notice. So once he lets me know, then I'll let them know, and it should all be fine. But he'll
if you talk to Souther will tell you. Just tell us when you need the days, and it's just so in case we have any emergency requests come in, where usually we grab the nearest seeker and give it to them, so we know that you're not gonna be on that roster.
Okay, you got it. Thank you. I'll let my
for example, when I sent you all to find those missing tourists, that's an emergency. And we gave it to the rookies because you needed to get the lay of the land and such.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for I guess stopping me running off.
That's all you. I'm just doing my job of telling you the many ways you can screw up your career as a seeker, and it's up to you to pay attention or
not. I listen. Thank you.
By the way, Peacecraft has sent me a message for you. He's saying he's working on something to complement your weak body. I don't know what he meant, but that's. I don't argue with Peacecraft. He just delivers results.
Errol is having a short circuit for a minute because he's like Peacecraft. That's the second time, third time I've heard the name. It's the snake guy, and then in his head he's doing the gymnastics of he's the guy that did he's the guy connected to the wraiths, and he's like, wait, how do I speak to him?
He'll come to you. He is.
Okay. But he's working on something, so
come with me. And she opens like the little like a latch for you pass by like into reception, and she opens the door behind her, and it leads kind of like almost like a just like a restroom. There's a little table, a little kitchen, and everything. And there is a gigantic 3D map of the entire building. And you see, aside from she isolates the thing, and there's a series of thousands of almost like ventilation shafts. There's like ventilation shafts, and they said there's a second set of ducts all over the place. Is it try to find Peacecraft? So he'll come to you. He is literally all over the place.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when he's in this building. Sometimes he's in others. We don't know how he travels to them, but he does. We don't really employ him as more as host him. So we just go with it.
Okay. That's fair. And he's clearly a specialist. So oh wait, that's fine. He's working on something to.
On that note, Olo, you are
my very weak strength.
Olo, you are in your room. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
There is a knock. On your. You hear a knock in your little room. You go to the bathroom, and there is a knock on the shower wall, and then it opens up, and Peacecraft leans in and says, "Can I get one of your knives?"
Knives? You mean a dagger?
Yes, and he grabs it. Thank you, and slams the wall shut again.
What the fuck?
Good job you weren't in the shower.
Will, what are you doing?
I'm going on a coffee run.
As you're about to leave the Seekers Guild, a trap door opens and Peacecraft shows up and says, I need something from you.
Okay.
Can I cut a teeny tiny bit of your hair?
Oh.
I need a sample.
A little bit.
How much is it worth to you?
I'm making something for you. That's what's worth. If you don't want it, I'll have you sign this and pulls out of nowhere a form. I'll have you sign a form that you don't want anything from me. It's binding.
Okay, do it quick.
He grabs like a almost like finger in length and just chops off and then dives back in the trapdoor and closes it.
Does she scream? Is it actually
you
just
feel it in your soul? Your power has been diminished.
No.
The source of all of my divine essence.
Oh no. Now I need to get my hair trimmed so it's all the same length.
There is a significant place where it's just doesn't look right.
Like most of us wouldn't notice.
Most of you wouldn't.
How's that matter?
Only
If anyone
Will,
else notices.
only Will notices.
She knows. She knows it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I go and grab coffee. No, actually, I'll go grab. No, I can't let anyone see this. No, I'm going to go get my hair cut. And then I'll grab coffee.
You go to a hairdresser's. I need you to cut that tiny bit at the bottom where it's uneven and make it look even.
Yes.
And they're like, what?
It is such a weird fucking warehouse. They charge you 10 credits for the job, even though it's ridiculous.
I don't care.
They've got to hold all that hair up to cut the end.
Oh yeah,
so
there's
I
a
feel
whole.
like
There's like
They
3
need to
people
wash it
involved
and
just
stuff.
lifting that shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then in that case, all prior things are sorted. What else do you guys want to do?
I then eventually come back with coffee.
So Elle wants to speak to RaQui.
And Errol can speak to RaQui if Errol wants to. And he can choose to
Going
talk
into-
this way or go full on Shatner if
Full
he
Shatner.
wants to.
Full Shatner. Me trying to process what I was saying. Yeah, I want to find RaQui, preferably alone. She has questions. He's not known for incredible patience, but he also wants to let her know about his hand. And
You could-
he's going to the library because he assumes that's where she lives.
I mean, I think RaQui said she is not going to a library. So there is no RaQui to be found in the Secret's library.
She's not there. He knocks on her door to see if she's still in her room.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's like, the one time that I don't try here first. Like,
Leave it to you.
slip inside.
Hey, Errol.
Hey. So I know you said that you would ask me if you needed help, but also I would like to understand what's going on before I have 2 very small personal updates for you about myself.
Okay. What's going on with you?
It's the opposite way that okay, does it make you feel better if I go first?
She's just gonna
Stares
stand
her
and look
for
at
an
you.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Will decursed my hand.
Wait. Decursed.
Yeah, remove curse. She said, which felt not nice. And I don't understand magic as well as you do, so I figure that's information that will help you with your aunt investigation.
Okay.
Second thing is a personal note. I spoke with Corin and he is going to let me know when he can come and visit. And I will be booking that time off, so you cannot need me in that time. But I don't know what the dates are yet.
So Corin's coming here.
Which I was kind of nervous to ask him, but it went fine.
Okay.
Make an insight
Why do you
check.
seem surprised?
Yeah.
Make an insight check, RaQui.
Why do you seem surprised?
I'm just going to ask you, Errol, how obvious
That wasn't-
is it that
That's
what
good.
we all know, that Errol is terrified of Corin in a way?
I mean, he said it. I said it out loud. He was like, which I was nervous to ask, but it went fine. But he
I
wasn't
just-
really
'cause
expecting
there's
him.
nervousness, and then there's Errol's brand of panic when it
Panic,
comes to his
paranoia.
relationships. So how
Yeah.
easily can RaQui read past just I'm nervous to you just being utterly panicked at the notion of upsetting your husband?
The thing is, he didn't come in here to hide anything. So it's more a case of he seems very happy and very pleased with the outcome in
And
a way
then-
that makes you think he probably didn't expect that to happen. And that's probably why he was putting it off a bit, because he was setting himself up for disappointment, and then he didn't get disappointed, so now he's really pleasantly surprised.
So I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't hiding it. Like, it's pretty obvious. But that's why he's like, but you cannot like, this is not going wrong. I'm telling you now.
There's a
prior
definite
notice.
fear of what may happen if things go wrong.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yep. I'm sure we can make that happen. Yep.
Yeah, he's been working 26 hours straight because I'm not there to bring him lunch probably. So he is very tired.
Sure. Corin's coming here.
Why
Yep.
do you seem so surprised?
So you said you had some questions?
You gotta stop switching subjects on me. I can't keep. I'm not as conversationally dexterous as you are. I have questions. Yes. What did you okay, personal question, I know, but you said that you got what you needed when you went to see your mum. Can I ask what it was? You didn't seem particularly shocked at the notion that your aunt is clearly evil.
I mean, let's start off with I have no idea what my aunt is. Evil, not evil, devil incarnate, I don't know. But
Terrifying.
genuinely, when I said that was the first time I met her, it was the first time that I've met her. And it's clearly evident there's a reason why I've never met her before. So yeah, you probably have some questions. So I was kind of hoping I wasn't going to have to ever tell people, but I guess if it's going to be somebody, I guess I'm okay with it being you. So there's a reason that I'm so good at my job. It's not simply, as people seem to assume, that I like to cut up dead things. I can sometimes get this feeling, flashes, pictures, emotions, it varies. And I've just had like a closeness to death, I guess you could say. And I never knew what that was until we joined the Seekers. And when I was working in the hospital in the morgue on the ship, I met another medical examiner who saw something, and it was a spirit that essentially follows me, is linked to me, attached to me, however you want to describe it. I went back and asked her to describe what the spirit looked like, and she described my mum. I spend all of my time in the library researching. I research for jobs. I don't just research about death, but a lot of the research that I do is also linked to that. And Mentra and some of the other librarians that I've worked with have helped me come across some books. And I, a little while ago, was able to talk to my mum's spirit.
Oh,
I don't know why she's attached to me. I don't know what happened to her. All I know is that she's clearly been there for a very long time, for as long as I can remember. It explains a lot about her being so emotionless growing up, which is probably where I get it from. And she, when I spoke to her, it was very brief. I couldn't keep the connection for very long, but she said she may be able to remember more if she could return home. Which is why I wanted to take the job that was close to my mum's farm so that I could go back, and whether it was reunite her with her body or just get her spirit close to her body so that I could try and find out what happened to her, why her soul isn't in her body. Like, I just don't know what happened. I wasn't expecting my aunt to be there. The first that I heard of my aunt was a conversation that I had with my dad like a week or two ago, where he said if something had happened, that it probably had something to do with my aunt and not to trust her. And then we go there and she's the one that opens the door. I still don't know what's happened. I was able to get an address out of my mum. She was able to give me a bit more information. I've got some more stuff to look at, but it's basically why I am the way that I am.
there's nothing wrong with the way that you are, G.
Yeah. I see the way that people look at me, and I don't let it bother me, but I know the remarks that they make, and I've always been held in high esteem within my career and within my job, but people have always thought it a bit odd or a bit weird sometimes, the way that I do things or the way that I react to things. And I've never felt the need to tell them why, because at the end of the day, I do a good job. I go there, do what they want me to do, I get paid for it, and I leave. I don't need to tell them. But I guess, joining the Seekers, if we're going to be working together for some time, I guess there's an element where you guys kind of might need to know that there's something not quite right, not as it should be. I don't know. But I do know that I want to find out.
Anything that I can do to help you get those answers and to help your mum, you best believe that you've got that from me. Secondly, there is nothing wrong with you or the way that you are. Worked with some very strange individual. I am a strange individual. Everybody kind of is. And it took me a long time to realize that I am who I am and I am the way I am. And some people are going to not get that. And some people are not going to like that. And that's okay. I don't need those people to like me. I meant what I said. friends or family there. And I don't think you get very many real friends.
I've never had any friends. I've had plenty of work colleagues, and when I went to see my dad, I said to him, I think I might actually be making friends. It's a very strange concept to me, and you know, I know I'm not always going to get it right. For now, I think I'm okay with Will and Olo still seeing the harsh, work-focused, research-focused RaQui. And one day, I'll be ready to have the same conversation with them. But for now, this is kind of all that I've known. And I need to figure out what's going on with my mum. I can't get too distracted with trying to explain to too many people what's going on, and trying to figure out how to be around too many people. It's hard enough trying to help my mum and figure out how to be your friend, let alone adding anybody else in.
I'm an easy friend. You just have to be here.
I mean, that is, if you don't try and die on me.
I cannot promise that. I do not have the best track record with being dead.
Yes, I'm very well aware.
You know what this means though, right?
What?
Well, you're so stuck with me now. He's gonna go real slowly in for the hug, like giving her time to like back away, but he's still going in.
I'm not gonna back away. I'm kind of just gonna stand there and
awkwardly
Spirit.
accept my fate.
accept the friendship.
As you are having this moment, Olo, there's a knock on your door.
My real door this time.
Actual door, yes, actual door.
Okay, I open my actual door.
Sother's there and has a letter. It says, "This came in for you."
Okay, thank you.
You open it and it says, "We need to talk." Gives you an address. It says, Cafe Inferno. It says public, lots of witnesses, and it's signed Mr. Chamomile.
No.
Okay.
That's tomorrow noon.
I scrumple it up.
For the record, yes, it says come alone.
Stamp on
it. You just stomping on it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
And I think as you're getting that letter, it is the perfect time to end the session. Next week, we'll find out what's going on with Clara. We're likely going to a storage place to check around RaQui's stuff. You may still take some jobs from the board. And, I mean, anything else you guys want to do? The world is, well, out there for you, and it's up to you. Get lost in it. We're gonna leave for tonight. Before we leave, we'll just quickly go around the room. People can tell you who they are, and if they choose to do so, where you can find them in the dark corners of the internet. Ash, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ash. I've been playing Olo. I'm going to see my teacher tomorrow. I don't want to.
Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I have been playing RaQui MriTtyur. Glad to have brought some family drama to the session.
Okay. Now, Bigglesby's blah, blah, Bigglesby's Pokemon trainer, Will. Jade.
I'm Jade. I played Will. And you can see me on Vampires every other Friday on this channel, Aetherseed every Sunday on this channel, Channels of Mystery on YouTube. Look out for season 2 eventually.
Yep. And I mean,
That's me. Hello, I'm Nate. I've been playing
touched by an evil aunt.
Errol Reminash, touched by evil, and then cured by a very nice cleric. Nice, yes. You can find me on Twitter as Tiny as Sidekick, and on this channel every other Friday for Vampire the Masquerade, our Hine and Country. Sundays, like today, playing Aetherseed, and as Jade said, Kernels of Mysteries on YouTube. Over to you, Kevin.
Well, that's going to be it for us for tonight. Thank you for watching. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time. Bye.